All right, please come to a comfortable posture for practice. As we settle in, the body gets still. The mind is going to spend some time mirroring. The mind is, I think, always mirroring. It's mirroring what it sees outside of itself because that's where the attention goes. Attention goes to the senses and starts to mirror what it's drawing from the senses. Mind observes its own thoughts and it starts to mirror and build this labyrinth of identity and world. And as we introduce awareness into something that the mind can be attentive toward, that awareness in and of itself is something the mind can have attention toward. It starts to reshape the mind. Whenever you introduce any concept or object into the mind, it reshapes the mind, rebuilds the mental world to include that object. And so, as we introduce awareness into the mind, it reshapes the mind to have the qualities of that object. Qualities of awareness are quite elusive. For some people, it doesn't even enter their mind's mirror because awareness is intrinsically peaceful. It is undisturbed. It can't be disturbed. It is intrinsically peaceful. And so, as the mind starts to learn about awareness, the mind grows peaceful. Because it's the only thing it can really observe that's truly peaceful. Nature's peaceful, beautiful vistas, spaciousness can be peaceful, but they're precarious. The peace can disappear. And so, the peace can disappear. The mind starts to mirror these ideas around peacefulness, that it's something that's fleeting, hard to maintain. We've gone to the Biltmore estate here, it's very peaceful there. But if you hang out there long enough, you start to see the workers taking care of it, managing it, pruning, taking up the leaves, weeding. And say, wow, you hang out just a moment, you can see how much work and energy goes into creating this majestic, beautiful, peaceful place. It's a different kind of peace than what we're talking about. The kind of peace we're talking about requires no work or effort whatsoever. The feat is simply in the willingness to try. and realize that because it's contrary to what's been put into the mind's mirror. The mind's mirror, up until this point, through the senses and the world, is usually taught that everything requires effort. You want peace, you got to work to achieve it. But in this practice, the work is the achieving, because the work is just being willing to sit with your intrinsic peacefulness, that awareness in and of itself is undisturbed. It cannot have its peacefulness taken away. No matter what happens, good things happen, bad things happen in the world, the awareness is still peaceful. The body gets sick, you win at something, awareness is still peaceful. And so, this kind of meditation practice is the recognition of the mind that you are intrinsically peaceful. You are the awareness. And as the mind starts to build its mental world, knowing that you are intrinsically peaceful, you are the awareness, it reshapes the mind. And peacefulness is not some award that you will get when the clay of the mind has been shaped. It's not like the Biltmore that they have to make everything look pretty before they open the gates for people to come in. It's not like that. The gate is already open. You've already been admitted onto the grounds. You're already here. There should be something that you already know, obviously. You're already here. You're already aware. You might not know and you may spend some time reflecting. You are aware, and awareness is peaceful. But if you just look at it for a little while, it also becomes obvious. Awareness is peaceful. Awareness does not become upset or angry. It can be aware of those things. Awareness can be aware of the mind wanting things to be different, wanting change. But awareness, in and of itself, is not these things. It is aware of these things. This should be obvious. Your own experience right now. And so you can say awareness is peaceful. Has to be. The next thing to say is that you are awareness. This might take a little while because the mind, its current map, might tell you that you're something else. You're the body, you're the thoughts, you're the emotions. And so, this is why we have to spend time in practice to look at awareness and realize I'm the awareness. Because we are telling ourselves we are something else. Notice how the mind renders thoughts about what it has seen with the senses. It may identify you as the body or the mind itself in those thoughts. And those thoughts very likely did not include awareness. It's not built into that story. But awareness was there. Awareness was aware of those thoughts. And it was not affected by them. It just existed, like a lens. Like a camera lens. Objective, clear, and perfectly at peace. Now the content of those thoughts, oof, who knows what emotions drummed up in the body from it. But the awareness itself, perfectly at peace. And so it takes a little convincing of the mind that it mirror awareness. Let it add awareness to its worldview. And over time, its patterns will shift. It'll grow more peaceful because it will understand what intrinsic peacefulness is. The mind may want to explain peacefulness, explain awareness, because that's what the mind has been mirrored. That's what it has learned through the senses. To know something is to have a bunch of information about it. But not like this. Awareness simply is. It exists. You may come to know it by being with it. That's it. You don't need to cut it open or read a book on it, dissect it. Fund it. The only way to relate to awareness is to recognize that it's here. Awareness does not go anywhere. It never leaves. How do you come to know this? How does the mind grow educated? Recognize awareness simply is. It is there for all experience. Do not try to make the body or the mind peaceful. Do not use will or force. Just recognize that awareness is intrinsically peaceful. It never comes under danger or harm. The same cannot be said of the body. So when the mind thinks it's the body, constant concern for danger and harm. Should the mind recognize that it's awareness, constant state of peace. You may hear in the mind, what about the body? And concern. Consider, was not all of that learned through the senses, through the mind mirroring what it took in through the senses? What has the mind learned about awareness, how much time has it spent learning from awareness rather than the objects of awareness. You might seek to watch things that have taught you about peacefulness, watching the breath, trying to focus the mind. They may help temporarily, but ultimately, only awareness is intrinsically peaceful. Everything else, subject to change, causality, coming and going. Peace cannot be built upon this foundation of change. Notice your awareness. Notice that it does not change as the breath changes. Notice that awareness does not change as your thoughts change. Notice awareness does not change even as the body grows fatigued from sitting. And recognize unchanging awareness is perfect peace. You don't need to convince yourself that you are awareness. Just let the mind observe and learn about what awareness is. It'll reshape the mind all on its own. Just like the mind has built the map, observing life and the world through the senses. Awareness is, it's undeniable. Let the mind reflect awareness. Take it in, understand. And it will dawn. Awareness is intrinsically peaceful, unharmed, free from danger, perfectly perfect. Let the understanding impact the mind, and so peace can be felt. The mind will identify with whatever it feels closest to in its mirroring. We take in the world, we take in the body, and the mind. The body feels closer than the world, so the mind identifies with it. As you understand awareness in the mind, you will realize how very close it is. It will happen naturally because the awareness is the closest thing to you. It is closer to you than the body, more dear. Keep realizing, keep reflecting awareness in the mind, understanding it is intrinsically peaceful. Understand through direct observation. relax from the practice.